Australia, the land down under, is experiencing a poker boom ignited by a native son and reigning world champion, Joe Hashem. Melbourne's spectacular Crown Casino plays host to the largest poker tournament in Australian history, boasting a prize pool of more than $3 million, with $1 million going to the winner. Recognized as one of the world's premier tournaments, the event has drawn the biggest names in the game from around the globe to compete with the best from down under and see who will come out on top in the partypoker.net Aussie Millions. Well, the long hours have left some of the competitors punchy and others just not cold. American star Michael Grotz fell to Kathy Liebert and, like so many, took the lonely walk home. Tonight, the rowdy Kenneth James returns, and he'll look to shake things up against Serbian pro Nenad Madic. And the surprise of the tournament, Robert Neary. It's the partypoker.net Aussie Millions. And we welcome you back to the Crown Casino here in Melbourne, Australia. I'm Barry Tompkins, along with my partner, poker author Michael Koenig. Let's take a look at the chip count at our main table. Nenad Madic is driving the bus right now. Over 713,000 chips, well ahead of Kenneth James and Robert Neary. Joe Reyna at 269, 5. Phil Matthews and Mark Smithies rounding out the table of 6.
Lines are 2,500 and 5,000 with a 500 chip ante. Mark Smithies, with every orbit, is going to find close to 25% of his chips eaten up. He's going to need to scoot. On the other hand, Nenad Madic has a pile of chips, and every player knows if they get into a confrontation with him, they could go broke.
Kenneth James bets 18,000.
And James has the unenviable position of being on the right of Madic. That means for almost every hand, the Serbian is going to act after him with a superior position. So James will have to tiptoe around that big stack.
Madic did call James with an 8-4. Ace, King, Jack. Good flop for James.
And there's nothing in that flop that Madic can really like. 3 overcards, none of his suit.
35,000 is the bet from James, and that'll be enough. Madic goes quietly away. Kenneth James without the cowboy hat right at the moment, and also being very quiet right at the moment. Bonus coverage now. We're going to take you to one of the outer tables. Steve Hone is all in against Jerry Fitt. Fitt with a little pair, Hone with an ace-jack, a pair of 5s and a 9 on the flop. 10, Fitt still with a big edge.
Hone will need an ace or a jack.
Last card is a 6.
And it is a 6, and Fitt will win. And Steve Hone is eliminated. He will wind up in 24th position. Does get a payday of over $18,000, so it's not all bad. Meanwhile, back to our main table. 6 players here.
4,080.
Look at. Kenneth James offering his Dean Martin impersonation.
Yes, very good. Smithy's an ace-9 here.
And he needs, oh, you know, Barry, Smithies needs to get those chips in right there. He only has 40,000. He needs to shove them in, hope he can pick up the blinds, and if not, his ace-9, he's got to be willing to race with that hand versus just about anything. I'm not sure what he's waiting for.
18,000 to bet from Neary into Matthews 5 deuce. He'll throw that away.
James is in the big blind. He gets a discount.
One more, please. Thank you.
Only 13,000 to see the flop. And
Jack,
he's got
Jack,
the best
deuce.
hand with the King 10.
Jack, Jack, deuce is what he is hoping for here. Instead, it's 2 trays and a 10. I don't think he would have wanted that jack had he known what Neary had in his hand.
That's a great flop for James. He checks with the intention of raising, I believe. Neary, a continuation bet. He raised before the flop, so he's expected to bet the flop. Kenneth James is reaching deep. Big raise.
And 80,000 more of the raise from Kenneth James.
And with no draw whatsoever, Neary will have to fold.
And Neary does fold, and Kenneth James will take in these chips as well, and you can see Kenneth James' stack grow.
I don't like my big blind being raised.
Well, Kenneth James rolling right now. Took a little away from Neary there. Medic still the big dog, though.
There's our short stack Smithies. And he apparently wants to wait for the big blind to come around to him.
Here's a playable hand for Matthews. He's going all in.
All in.
I had a feeling that was coming.
I only got one move.
Medic, I'm sure, will challenge him.
Yes, Matthews is going to get called here.
That's not what
and it's
she
really
told
not
me.
a terrible position for the short stack, Matthews.
I might have to, Phil.
You don't have to.
I know I don't have to. I gotta.
57,500 extra.
I think I might have to, Phil.
I think Medic does have to. I mean, he's got
Unless
all
you
these
talk me out
extra
of it.
chips.
I haven't finished my beer yet. You could at least let me finish my beer.
I don't think he will.
Well, I'm not sure what Medic really
I got the
fears.
chips, too.
He does have the extra chips,
So I call. I gotta
and he
Phil.
makes what I think is a very easy call.
I think he'd intended to do that all along. I think he was just trying to give Matthews an extra sip on his beer.
And Matthews actually has a decent shot here.
On his spot,
It's
I would do
close
it
to
with
a
any
coin
two.
flip.
Well, almost.
And this is it for Phil Matthews. He'll need to spike a king or an 8 to stay in the Aussie Millions.
Oh, baby.
It's a good one.
There's
That's
an
a good
8.
one.
I like that.
Medic will need one of the 2 red 7s. There it is! Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Good playing with you.
And that's it.
That's all right.
So Matthews will take his beer with him, I guess, a traveler, if you will.
Take care.
See,
One more.
you I'm going to get to L.A.
Hey,
Nice playing with you.
leave the beer here.
No, I'm not leaving the beer. See you guys.
I'm not leaving the beer, he says. The PartyPoker.net Aussie Millions is brought to you by PartyPoker.net, the world's largest poker school. Welcome back to the PartyPoker.net Aussie Millions. Now let's take a look at the structure.